Well, hello everybody. I'm just going to see if it's working over here. I got to check my microphone. I wish I could find a way to do this um, without doing it this way, but sometimes it's tough. There we go. Oh, maybe I do. Maybe I do. But only the elite and privileged people know that I do. So guess what? It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? How's that one sound? Everybody with my name smells. Just so you know. Everybody. Oh, let me see who's going to pop in. Some people pop in, some people don't. I know. See, I got this son, and he's got the same name as I do. And because I love him so much, I try to be just like him so people don't make fun of him and he doesn't feel so bad about it. You know what I'm saying? I'll see if I can get some people in here. Let us see. Oh, I will. I will say what I want. You know? Let me go this way with it like that there. How's that there? Better. I invite everybody to the live stream. I should do this first earlier in this. Go ahead. Good night. Game night. Night, buddy. Let me see. I don't know if I'll get anybody in here, but we could try. It's worth a try. Trying to build my trying to get more and more people in here, but I don't know if it'll work. Yesterday was kind of slow. The day before that was really good, so you just have to hang out and see what happens. Let me see. More people may come in. And not everybody has the ability to type comments in. All right, we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. Just trying to adjust the whole thing there. Let me see. Okay. Okay. No guarantees anybody will come in, but we'll see. It says 2 people in here. Comment something if you're in here. I don't know. I need to start scheduling these ahead of time, I guess. I'm not sure. We'll see. Ed, how are you doing, sir? How is it where you're at? Are you ready for Halloween day tomorrow? Are you ready for the big spook day? And how is the weather where you're at? It's getting cold here. They say tonight we may get snow. We may get snow tomorrow, but next week is going to be warmer. So I don't know. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. 78, huh? That must be nice. That must be nice. hmm I don't know. Let me see what the temperature is here right now. I'll let you know. I know tomorrow is going to be really cold. I'll tell you what tomorrow will be. They might even have changed. Right now, 26. Wait a minute. And it's dark out, so that's probably why it's so cold right now. But tomorrow's high, 38. That's before the wind. When the wind kicks in, it'll get colder. But then next week, we're going back up. We're going to be warming up again. Not so bad temperatures next week. 50s. They say we're in for a brutal winter, though. We'll see. I think you should move somewhere like here, Ed. I do. Go fishing. Well, good luck. I hope you get some. Are you going on like a fishing boat, or are you going into a river or lake? What? And what are you going fishing for? There's got to be something you're going fishing for. Make sure don't. It's twisted. I'm going hunting next week, so striped bass, yes. Oh, good to see you back in here. Yes. How is the weather over where you're at? It is pretty chilly here right now. I don't know what it is in Celsius, but it's 28, so could be. Mr. J, how are you, sir? How is Mr. J doing? And I meant to ask you, Myers, what kind of fish do you keep? Starting to get cold, yeah. Let me see what the temperature would be in Celsius here. I'm not sure. You probably already know. Oh, no, that's wrong. A -2 Celsius here. Area 51. Hey, how are you? Been a while. Been a while. Yeah, it's been a long while. So with your nano fish, yeah, snakeheads, we can't have them here anymore. We used to have them when I did the store thing back in the day. I had a bunch of them, but they went. Um, they outlawed them since then. Yeah, that's pretty chilly. No. If anything, I need to go back east, but I ain't going to do that either. I'm just going to stay where I'm at. What was I saying? Discus. I used to breed a lot of discus. I had a lot of discus tanks and everything like that. So I don't know if you went back and watched some of my older videos about my discus tanks and stuff like that, but yeah, they're on my channel. So Area 51, how's the breeding season going with you? How's everything going there? And nanofish, um, the celestial pearl danios that are also known as galaxy raspberries. Them are so cool. I got some of them, and then I got the green dwarf um, raspberries too, which I also think are pretty cool. I'm sure you will. You do pretty good. You do good with your breeding. Frank the Tank, how are you doing, sir? Funny I should see you. I just seen you a little bit ago over in 12 Supreme Days, which is pretty cool. Pretty cool. Oscars are cool. African cichlids are awesome. Maybe you should try discus. They're pretty cool. I think discus angelfish are pretty cool too. 12 SDOC, exactly. I think it's going to be a good 12 DOC this year. I think it's going to be. He's done some rule changes and stuff. I think it's going to be great. Tomorrow, just they're saying we may get snow and rain, so I'm hoping we don't, and I'm hoping to get trick or treaters. I love giving the candy out to the kids. I think it's fun. So we'll see how that goes. How about you? Do you got any plans for tomorrow? And Matt, how about you? Do you got any plans for tomorrow? Oh, you work. You answered my question already. Yeah. My humidor is making noise over here. It's running. Yeah, that's always fun. Always fun. Oh, is it going to rain there tomorrow? Oh, wow. That's never good. Well, congratulations there, Matt. Congratulations. I was really looking over some of the websites, Frank. Very cool stuff on there. Very, very cool stuff. I'm excited. Any coupon. I thought you worked for a paper company or something like that, didn't you, Matt? I might be thinking way back. Way, way back. It's been a long time. It's a very, very busy time of year, and that's the 12 DOC is so large anymore. It's hard to keep up with it. I don't know if you were ever part of the very first ones. Um, when I first came along, and well, not when I first came along, but when the first years that he did it, I was like, I won the first couple of years, a couple things. He didn't have very many prizes the first couple of years because it was kind of small. I won a banner, which is my um, DEA Exotics long banner, the one when you go to my YouTube page, it's at the top, I think it is. It's not the shield, but it's the other one. I won that. The lady who I can't remember what her name is, she did it, she made it. Turned out very, very well. I was pretty excited about it. Came out good. I sent her pictures of the animals that I had at the time that I just hatched out, and she put that together, and it turned out really, really nice. So, and then what did I win the following? I won a couple. I won something almost every year except for last year and the year before. No, I did win something the year before. It was last year. I didn't because I didn't. I was there, but I didn't enter anything last year. If that, yeah, that's right. Well, I didn't enter anything last year. I had a very busy last couple of years, so that's why I was unable to enter things last year. I like the rule change of one per family, one member per family type of thing. I think that's good because I'm sure, like he said, I didn't catch it last year, but he said there was a few people that took advantage of not it being just one member per family. It was a bunch of people, so that would be fun. That would be great, actually. Substrate would be another good one. Matt, do you ever enter that? You should definitely enter that. There's so much stuff you can win over there that you can use. It's absolutely a lot of fun. Good share, Frank. He had a good contest today. That was fun. 12 Supreme Days of Christmas. Hold on one second. You skipped Halloween and Thanksgiving? Yeah, we go right into the Christmas. Yeah. Could be just a start, though, couldn't it? Maybe it'll grow more. I think it's good that you're getting more stuff over there like that. Hello, Moon. At home, relaxing, watching. That's always the way to do it. At home, relaxing, watching TV or watching videos. I say TV, but hey, videos, same thing, I guess, anymore. I don't watch too much TV. I'll watch a movie, but I'm more of a video watcher, I guess. You should get out and promote it. Maybe your neighbors, maybe the people around your town and city will think you're crazy, huh? Huh. Yeah, I watch my NFL games on the weekends, that's for sure. My team is off this weekend. And that's their bye week, so they needed it. They were doing good, and then they lost 2 games, and then they did really good again. They started doing good again. I gotta watch that too. I've not watched any of it. I wanna watch it, and then maybe we should watch it. Everybody should watch it if you can, and we do a talking about it type of thing. My shoulder's catching here. You know what I mean? Maybe. I don't know. We could. There are 8 people watching. Hopefully more people come in and start talking. Yes, like a book club, but more for TV. Do you know what the, Welcome to Derry is, right? It's a show about Stephen King's It and Pennywise and stuff like that. HBO Max, I believe it is. Yes, I will have to, I'm gonna start watching it, yeah. You know what I watched today earlier? And it was a movie, of course, but it was the Twin Towers, that not, the 2 Towers, the Lord of the Rings, The 2 Towers. Yes. We should also maybe we should pick a movie and everybody watch a movie during the week, and one day a week or like one day a week we'll talk about shows or something. Would you think that would be good? Would you guys like to do that? Or give it a whole week to watch a movie or a whole week to watch a certain show, and then we'll talk about it. So am I. So there we got one vote down. Yes. So maybe we'll start doing that, and we'll schedule them a week ahead in advance. But we have to come up with a show to start watching. I don't know. Does everybody have access to? How long does the essay have to be? Doesn't have to be an essay. We'll just discuss it. We're just going to sit down and discuss it. But at least 15 pages. No double space between lines. Write a whole other novel like Stephen King would do or something. I watched something interesting. It was on, I believe it was Amazon Prime or Netflix, one of the two, where he talked about where he came up with the story of it and how he came up with it. And then they talked about the making of the movie and the book, and then the making of the movie. Not the new movie, but the older movie from the 90s or whatever. But he talks about how he came up with the story of it. I thought it was pretty cool. So everybody come up with an idea what to watch, and we'll watch it, and we'll go from there. We'll talk about it on the live. We'll set a date and talk about it. Frank, here's a question for you now. With the Welcome to Dairy, is it one episode a week that comes out, or like um like their other shows are, or does it all come out at once? Okay, please do that. And then we'll come up with questions for each other and just discuss it. I think that would be fun. I think like that movie I watched, Shutter Island. Absolutely crazy. I mean, after you watch it, you think one thing and then an episode a week. Thank you, Frank. That's very good. So that's what we're gonna maybe we'll start with that show, huh? And then I watched some reviews on it talking about it. And Shutter Island, they're depending upon the way you look at it, it could be either way. Yes. Good evening, Kelsey. How are you doing? And how is everybody where you are at? Just so everybody knows, Kelsey is my daughter-in-law. It's windy here, Kelsey, right now. Really windy. Yeah, you should watch Shutter Island. And then you got to go on and look up after you watch it. Then you got to watch what people do. They do these talks about it, and there's people that talk about it being one way and talk about it being the other way. But when you listen to them after watching the movie, you could see how it could be confusing, and it could be either way. It's on. You can see it on YouTube. Has it the movie Shutter Island? Is that David's idea, or is that yours? Uh, it's absolutely a rabbit hole, and you're sitting there, and then you think to yourself. But I was thinking to myself, I was like, "Wow, I know what's going on here," and then boom, and it's like, "No, no, I don't." And then after you watch, I don't want to say nothing if you've never seen it, so I'm not going to say nothing about it. But then I watched 2 reviews of it, like 2 people's point of view of the movie, and I was like, "Wow, it could be that way, or it could be that way." So now it makes you really think. Shutter Island. And what was that other one? There was another one. Wally told me to watch The Assassination of Jesse James by the coward, um, Robert Redford or something like that. I wanna see that one too, but I haven't been able to find it anywhere yet. Is everybody else in for Shutter Island? We'll all watch Shutter Island. It's on the, I watched it, so I'm ready. Yeah, absolutely ready for it. Yes, Shutter Island first. If you guys watch it during the week now, maybe next week one day we'll go review it, talk about it, and then we'll go on to uh, Dairy or something. Shutter Island's an excellent movie. I'm sure everyone can see it. You'll find it somewhere. It's pretty good. Now I just have to find out where I can stream it at. I haven't been able to find it. The only places I found it, I had to become a member, and I don't want to do that. I don't want to become a member wherever. I can't remember where I saw it at. Where I could have to be a member of it, like sign up for a subscription or something. Well, you know what? After, oh, let me see here. What do you say? I'll look. I'm definitely going to look. Okay. Tubi. I'll have to look that up on Tubi because I see Tubi, so I can watch it on there for sure. After tomorrow, who's ready just to skip Thanksgiving and go right to Christmas? I mean, Myers, you probably don't celebrate Thanksgiving, but it's an American thing again. But Christmas is next, a big one. Now I'll have to watch it maybe tomorrow or something. On Tubi. Yeah, I knew you. I know you know what it is, and I know. So I was like, you guys don't celebrate it, so let's go straight to spring. I agree with you there. I'm ready for spring already, and it ain't even been winter yet. I know Kelsey's looking forward to winter. She seems to love it. Her and my son love winter. Oh no. Yeah, they would have went the other direction, right? Anybody else have anything they want to discuss in here? There's 8 people. 8 people watching. Where did Moon go? He was in here. Did he leave already? Well, I prefer turkey. My son prefers prime rib. So I like turkey. How about you, Frank? What do you like? And Myers, what I always said to myself was even if I moved to Europe somewhere like you live, I think I would celebrate Thanksgiving just to celebrate it anyway. May I ask what it was? What kind of tarantula it was? What was the name of it? Very good. I like that too. I like the country style ribs too. But it's usually not I don't have very many people over. I invite, my kids over. Sometimes they go over to their in-laws' house or whatever, but when they're here, I think last year we had prime rib and a turkey. Oh, see? I mean, if I were to move to a European country, I would assimilate to their ways and the things they do, but there are certain things that I would just do, like Thanksgiving, Halloween in my house, because obviously it's not a big thing where you're at, but you get what I'm saying. Belgian waffles for Thanksgiving. When Wally was saying he was hungry, I said, waffle time. I tried to get it out before you because you're so quick on there to get stuff out over there, Frank. It's funny. Oh, an HMAC. Yes, very good. I used to have two of those. But a good friend of mine that was a big time collector really wanted them, so I gave them to him. Yeah, HMACs are very good. They say they have the second worst bite of all the tarantulas. Like they can get you sick compared to other ones. I never had a problem with them. They're very skittish. From what I had, the ones I had were very skittish. Not real threatening or no threat postures. Really, just real skittish. I agree. Not deserved. I have 3 OBT orange phase. I have 3 OBT dark phase. I have a what is it, an Asian fawn or something like that? I have to look it up what it is. But the baboon species, I like them all. I have to agree with the pokies too. Same thing. The only one, Scolopendrus, yes. Centipedes are very cool. The only one that I've ever seen that was extremely aggressive for some reason, and this is again most likely on an individual basis of them, was the feather-leg baboon. I have a friend named Edward Tyndall. He had a feather-leg baboon, and it took off, jumped, and was inside. It went into the sleeve of his shirt. It's all on his channel on video, and it was slapping inside the shirt or the sleeve. So that was the only one I ever seen that was really defensive. I mean, he was sticking, I don't remember what he was. He was trying to catch it where his wife was. And every time she stuck the little catch cup in, it would come running out, slap the cup, and run right back up under his sleeve. And he didn't dare put his arm down because he did not want to get bit. But yeah, no, they again, they were trying to rehouse it. They had just gotten it, and they were taking it from, I think was an unboxing video. And of course, after being shipped, they're a little scary. They're a little upset. You know how that goes. But yeah, that's the only one I ever seen that was like that. Yeah, one hell of a bad day, of course. I was on, was it arachnoboards once? And a guy had one and he was moving it and it jumped and landed on his leg. And as it landed on his leg, it bit him and then jumped off and he caught it and he got pretty sick from it. But that's the only one that I've ever seen them talk about how sick they got. Yeah. And there's videos on YouTube about OBTs getting people. And the only thing with the OBT was the pain. It's a very painful. They got a little nauseous maybe, but the pain, and it lasted for such a long time, the pain. But again, it's usually in a rehousing or goofing around or something like that. And it just like, you know, they're just doing what they got to do to protect themselves. The problem with scolopendras, okay, if you got tweezers and you're putting it in there, that thing could be up on your shoulder in a second because they are so fast. But yeah, they I wouldn't really be scared of them. I've seen people that are kind of scared of them, but I think they're pretty cool. And if they can get their little legs on something to pull themselves up on, get a hold of something, like if you got holes in the side of the enclosure, they usually can't get to the top of the enclosure, but if you got holes on the side and they can get a grip, they're getting up there. Exactly, Myers. They're not made to mess with. Well, I hope that went good for you, Gary. I hope that was a good afternoon after school program. I hope the kids enjoyed it. I'm sure they did. So, yeah, I definitely got a thing for the tarantulas and the scorpions and stuff and the centipedes. My problem with a centipede is if it got out, I would probably never be able to catch it again. Oh, that's good. That is good. I'm glad. Death stalkers are very, very cool. I definitely want to get some of them and Hottentotas. Do you ever see them try to determine the sex on those, Frank? I'll tell you, centipedes weird me out a little bit. Yes, those are cool. Frank was the one that shared it to me to share to you, Gary. They're very cool. You ever heard? Yeah. The drowning method is crazy. Then you have to bring it back to life and stuff. I'm like, nah, I'll pass. And what is the life expectancy on them? Especially the bigger ones. I know tarantulas can live 20 years. Some they say can live 30. Your mind just goes no. So does mine. Oh, usually 10 years. That ain't bad though. That ain't bad. Yeah, the scorpions are. I don't have a problem with scorpions. I think they're pretty cool. I like scorpions, but the centipedes. Mm, I like millipedes too, and I like all that kind of stuff. And the hissing cockroaches and stuff. That stuff don't freak me out, but the one that freaks me out is definitely centipedes. Yeah, I know they do. They can easily make 20. Some of them can. Some of them probably longer than that. Mostly the ones that grow really slow. Like I think the brachypelma, a lot of the brachypelmas grow slow and stuff. They can live over 20 years. I think there's a guy not too far from me, and he has a YouTube channel. I can't remember what his channel is called, but he bought a brachypelma. Wasn't it fire leg maybe or something? I don't know exactly what it was, but it had the red knees, and it was a brachypelma, and he bought it when he was a little kid, and 30 years later, he still had it. It was still alive. No, I have not. I have not had a chance to, but I'm going to, Frank. Should I tell him you sent me? Yep. Marry female friends. uh, oh yeah. Yeah, they're pretty cool. The reason I like the Hottentotas is they're parthenogenic. And apparently, I found out the other day that the Florida bark scorpions are also parthenogenic. I did not know that. And Florida bark scorpions are also a communal species. So if I were to get them and put them in a communal setting and they're parthenogenic, that would be very cool. Now, what do you mean by line bred? Like they get bigger or something, or what? I think it probably depends on the species. I'm not 100% sure. I couldn't. Maybe 5 years, maybe long 10 years. I don't know. I really don't. I mean, they're not like tarantulas once they mature, like a male tarantula matures. He's only got so much time left, and then he'll just die off. But scorpions are different. He's got a lot of stuff on his site too, Frank. I mean, it's crazy when you look at everything he has on there. I'm gonna look that up though. Myers, definitely look that up. Oh, well, that's interesting to know. Ah, you're gonna find this interesting, Myers. From a few years of 3 up to 25 years, depending upon the species and the conditions it's being kept in. Some can live up 10 to 15 years, while others may live much, much longer in ideal conditions. But the average life expectancy in captivity is 3 to 5 years, but I'm going to assume that relates to because they're not being taken care of properly. But long-lived ideal conditions, some scorpions can live 25 years or more, making them one of the longest living arachnids. Is that not interesting? Uh, I wouldn't. If I were to breed them, it would just be for food. for and for tarantulas and other things that eat it. Yeah, I was shocked. It's an extremely wide range, but it's said in captivity 3 to 5 years, and I'm going to assume that's due to the fact that, like I said, that the conditions they're being kept in. Other than that, if you get them in ideal conditions and you keep them in ideal conditions, 25 to 30 or plus years. Yeah, you learn something new every day. Like yesterday, I learned that, like I said, the uh, Florida bark scorpions are communal. I mean, are parthenogenic. I knew they were communal, but they're parthenogenic. I did not know that. And I know that their sting is not dangerous, but it hurts really bad. Oh, I don't. That's interesting. I mean, here's the picture that Frank the Tank just sent me of the orange ones. I don't know how well that's going to come out. I'm going to try to get it so you can see it better. Can you see it better there? I don't know. But they're really orange. That's pretty cool. Thank you, Frank. Yeah, very cool. Very interesting. Now it makes me want to get some scorpions and raise them to see how long I can keep them alive. 30 years would be great. If I live 30 years, probably not. I mean, I'll be way into my 80s. Mr. J, were you here the whole time, buddy? I knew you were here earlier, but I didn't know if you were here the whole time. Who dies first, me or my scorpion? Yeah, that would be interesting. You were just sitting in the background. Oh, Emma is here. Emma also is one of my children. I will look at it right now. Hold on. Give me 1 second here. Let me see. Very nice organization. Did you get them all stamped? And where's the envelope? I don't see the envelope. Very good. You make your dad proud. That's what's my script. I did. I told you I did. I already put it somewhere. You won't find it till next year. Mm-hmm. Would I lie to you? I'm your dad. Yeah, I'm gonna get into some pretty good vlogs with my stuff, like the tarantulas and the if I get scorpions and stuff like that, it'd be pretty cool. My video today didn't do very well, I don't think. Yeah. I'm gonna get the death feigning beetles. I think they're cool too. Although my OBT one yesterday, my OT video yesterday. What? Got 1.1 thousand views. And then my green dwarf raspberries got 2.1 thousand views. So we'll see. Oh, you got a promotion at work. That's my guess. Your dog is doing good. You're getting another dog. I would say that too, but it actually, Frank, adds to my watch time. I mean, it actually adds to my watch time, and the reason that it gets promoted more is because YouTube wants to do a lot more with shorts. They want to make shorts even to run longer than that, and they really push it overseas. I get a lot of Russian and people from India that watch my stuff and leave comments. TikTok 2.0, yeah, but I invented shorts. Did I ever tell you that? Flyers 1. You can go back on my videos, Frank, 4 or 5 years ago before they came out with shorts. What do you mean? Before they came out with the shorts, and I used to do DEA shorts, and then I got a bunch of other people to do shorts too. And there was rules to it that I made. You had to be under a minute, most likely 30 seconds to a minute long, and YouTube stole the idea from me. Absolutely stole it. And I have it on there. It's called DEA Shorts. It's from years ago. Yeah. Yeah, yeah, then I won't be on here doing this then, right? They'll be like, "You can't be on here no more then." But if you go back, I did that way before, and it was called DEA Shorts, and it was way before, years before they came out with the shorts. And there was rules. There was some other people did it too, and they called them like there was a few other YouTubers that were doing it at the time, and they were following what I did. And when they went over the time limit, I said, you have to be under a certain time. And they would go back and correct it, and they would put them up, and they called them whatever their channel was, shorts. Sort of like reels. Yeah, shorts. Don't you ever you see shorts on YouTube? Don't you watch YouTube? Ah, very good, Gary. I hope, I'm telling you, you're going to crush it. Did the Flyers lose, Emma, or did the Flyers win? I'm still taking a guess on guessing what. The guessing what game is you? Oh, they won. Is that what the guessing was? You're Brazilian white and you always kill. Well, okay. Here's my theory on that. Now, sometimes they kill them if they're just annoyed with it and they don't want to be bothered with it. They kill it and then they'll leave it there. Okay. Especially if they're going into pre-molting or an adult, or they're a bigger tarantula, because sometimes if they're not losing weight, you probably really don't have much to worry about. I would, after they kill it, like if I put one in there and it killed it, the next day I would go take it out and examine it to see if it, um, um, we don't talk politics here, Connor. And I would see it if it looks like it's been any of it's been eaten at all. Yeah, we don't do that, Connor. That's my son-in-law, everybody. Yeah, we know dinosaurs are real, but they weren't reptiles, they were birds. Block, Connor. I mean, you have the ability to block, Connor. Actually, water is not wet until you break the water barrier. Water has a film on it. You know how you can fill a glass up and it gets higher than that? Soap breaks that film that's around water that makes it wet. Before that, it's really technically not wet. It's just, you know, it is what it is. Okay. She just may not be hungry yet. So, exactly, Frank. Maybe she just doesn't like the roaches. She might find them annoying, kill them, push them away. She may only like what grasshoppers or locusts or whatever they are you guys can get over there in Belgium and stuff like that. See Connor here? Connor's from England. Connor, meet Myers. Myers, meet Connor. You're both from Europe. See, okay, now red runners are good, but I would never raise red runners because I'd be scared they would infest if they got out. Okay, how would you know? Glitches in the matrix, they call it. There's all kinds of stuff that you can't explain, and the Mandela effect. So if we are living in a simulation, there's a glitch in the matrix somewhere. You're telling me if I had them in my reptile room and they got out, and my reptile room's about 80 degrees or so, they couldn't infest? Well, technically, technically, Connor, you're dying constantly, but breathing brings you back from death. And oxygen has to be killing you because you're 100% of everybody who breathes oxygen dies. So it has to be, yes, you have to be dying from oxygen. That's the problem. Oh, okay. I didn't know that. Yeah, thousands of you're dead. Let me see. Yeah, yeah, I agree. Myers, I think you start dying from the moment you were conceived because cells begin to divide and die off and more die and come back and all that. Yeah. Youper. Sea monkeys. I love sea monkeys. I got a whole bunch. What is love? It's just a figment of your imagination, I think. Uh, what have we become? We have become what we are now. What's Emma doing, Connor? No, it would be fat dipping, I think, wouldn't it? I don't know. It that depends on if they can hear or not hear at all. Some deaf people can hear noise a little bit. It's hard to say. That's like, what do blind people see? They see nothing. They don't even know what the color black is, so they don't see it at all. You have to have sight to see black to make it see black. Have you heard of Imagine Dragons? Yeah, I've heard of Imagine. Yeah, we're not ignoring Connor. Hunky dunky. Oh my God. That I don't know. I don't know that, Frank. I'm not sure. Who's ignoring Connor, Emma? Nobody. Maybe Connor. Connor is my son-in-law. A woodchuck as much wood as a woodchuck could chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood. Yes, Connor did start this madness. That's because Connor's from England and they're all mad over there. If Fuzzy Wuzzy was a bear and Fuzzy Wuzzy had no hair, Fuzzy Wuzzy wasn't very fuzzy, was he? That could be, Connor. You could be asking the very hard to answer questions. You've been a few different things. There you go, Connor. Read that one and do it. Do what Frank says. Not Frank, but Myers. I mean, Myers. You're controlled by Emma. We could be a social experiment. Aliens could be watching us right now. That's true. You see what Myers up there said, Connor? Say it again. Connor is controlled by you, Emma. Yeah, you better run. A conspiracy theory that I might think is true. Let me see. Let me see what other people say. The Earth is flat, and I don't think the Earth is flat, but we could definitely be a simulation. A conspiracy theory? Do I think that they have alien technology? I do. I do think they do. That's why I do believe that. Earth is a waffle. Is it a Belgian waffle or is it just a regular waffle? Or something that sounds plausible. We never went to the moon. And they did it in a movie theater. They did it on set somewhere and filmed the whole thing to make it look like we went to the moon. That is definitely plausible. The moon's made of cheese. If so, what kind of Limburger? Could be Swiss though, with a lot of holes in it. Aliens turn the lights. Oh shit, that's funny. Space is a vacuum. Bigfoot's a good one. I agree. That could definitely be true. UFOs can be real. Or should I say, what do they call them? AEPs now? Yeah. I laugh at the flat earth people. It's funny. All the worlds are around, all the planets around, and then there's flat earth in there. What corner? You got to tell me what corner. Flat earth is round, real. You've flown almost completely around the world, Connor. You should know it's not flat. Wait, that's my chair. This is my chair. This is my chair. Don't even go there, Emma, unless you truly. What do you see behind me? I don't see nothing behind me. You mean, oh, right here? This semi. Let's see if I can do this right. This semicircle thing right here? Is that what you're talking about? What base? Don't be freaking me out, Emma. You got to stop. Huh. Oh, yeah, Bernie. What shoulder? This one or this one? A or B? Got to tell me which one. A or B? Mr. J, you have to stop, buddy. Everybody's got to do. Let's go. Can't see my little knife. I'm waiting. Do you keep seeing it on A or B? Is it on A side? Oh, A side. Okay, Emma says A side. I don't see anything on the A side. I think travel. Oh, C. I think I think time travel can be real at some point. That's true. We bounce forward every second. John Teeter, yes. Very interesting. Did you guys see where that woman had a passport from a landed in New York? I don't know if it's true or not, but I saw it that she landed in New York and she had a passport from a country that does not exist. Almost like the Japanese guy or the guy from Asia or something that had a passport back in the 40s from a place that didn't exist. Come on, Emma. There ain't nobody behind me. Can't travel to the past because once the past is gone, it's over. Correct, Michael Myers. I don't know if your first name is Michael. I don't know why I said Michael Myers. The woman was proven to be fake, or the man was proven to be fake. I don't know. Is it? Which one is it, Emma? I mean, Frank. Sorry. Yeah, and the future has not happened yet, so maybe you can't travel either way, huh? What do you think? We could be in a black hole, but I doubt it because then you'd spaghettify. Oh, the man, the story in Japan. Okay, okay, okay. Debunking it. All right, I'll have to look that video up. Hmm. Maybe the universe is just a speck of dust. Time travel would be awesome. That is true. If you travel a certain speed, time slows down everywhere else. Oh, birds are not real only because they get on power lines to recharge themselves. They watch you and they're monitoring you. I don't know. I'm not sure, Frank. Mr. J, I haven't thought about it. They've proved that one, Gary, about the traveling faster, time slowing down. How do you figure that, Connor? Because fossil fuels, which is oil and plastics are made from oil, really does not come from dinosaurs. Did you know Oil is a byproduct of a bacteria. See, now when they check out oil, it actually has bacteria in it, and they know that the bacteria's byproduct from breaking things down is oil. That's why we never run out of oil. See, they used to think we were going to run out of oil. The Rockefeller family came up with the theory of it being a fossil fuel so they could raise the price on oil and make money. And it ends up being that they really don't think that's true. They think that the earth constantly makes oil because the bacteria breaks down certain byproducts in the earth, like breaks down rocks or whatever it breaks down. I don't know exactly what it breaks down. And the byproduct of breaking it down is oil. Mad Max could be real someday. You never know. Man, see, Frank knows. Pet T-Rex would be cool, but I think a pet Nile crocodile would be better. Traveling faster is actually a slowing down of an age. So, say you get 85 years old and you start traveling super fast, you'll live longer than you normally would, probably. I don't know. I want one too, Gary. If you get one, I'm going to come out and start helping you out at your zoo. That would be easy, Connor. There's a few things that I would want to see. Now, I would like to get some highly venomous snakes, but unfortunately, I have a problem. I'm going to touch everything, I have to touch everything. Do you remember? You know how I am. I got to touch. If it's a reptile, I got to touch it. Probably a Nile crocodile, Connor. But in time, yes. What state is it in then, Frank? That's what you got Connor for. Ah. That's a good one, Myers. That's a good one. Pesky UE regulations. Uh, you don't think we have regulations here, Connor? You know we do. I mean, you are the law. You should know. Yeah, but what's going to break the jaw? What's going to eat the jawbreaker? That's the question. Yeah, I'm talking reptiles. I mean, Connor asked, what kind of pet would you really want? I would want some highly venomous reptiles, but I have to touch them. I cannot just look at a reptile and be like, oh, yeah, that's pretty cool in there. No, I want to pick it up and hold it. So if I got something that was extremely deadly, I would be dead because I would want to pick it up and touch it. That's what I mean. What do you mean? I know just snitched. I snitched on you. Is that what you're saying? I'm sorry I outed you, Connor. You left it open. I don't think anybody really cares. I mean, they think it's cool, but you know what I mean. I don't think anybody will judge you for that, I should say. No, they're not. Yeah, Emma, I agree with you. Yes, we do have some pesky ordinances. Snakes are pretty cool. I got some hognose over here. I'm getting ready to put down for brumation for breeding season. That is true, Gary. And they are not all there. That would be cool to see. That is true, Connor. They do come with their own hurdles. Brumations where you put them down and they sleep for the winter, they cool down, and they give their body a rest. They don't go it's like a it's not hibernation, because hibernation is sleeping, but the snakes don't really sleep. They get up and drink and stuff. They just don't eat. They give their body complete rest. They go into complete cool down, and, it helps their body produce, um, eggs and stuff so that they can reproduce. Fever dream, yeah. Here's one for you guys. Okay, now you need to some people do put them in the fridge. They set their stuff at a certain temperature, put them in the fridge. I have a spot that I could put them down and get them down to the 40s and 50s, and they do fine. Snaky or crowd, listen, they already went through this. I don't think so. Is it on side A or B? That'll tell me if you saw it or not. Okay, here you go. Listen to this one. There was a guy who got attacked. This is no joke. He was walking home, he got attacked, and he hit his head on a curb. All right. And they were beating him up real bad. He hit his head on the curb. He knocked himself out. He came to, but while he was knocked out for just a few minutes, he lived an entire life. He had got married, had kids, and everything like that. The only thing that was weird in his vision was the lamp in the corner. He kept noticing the lamp in the corner of his house. He was married, his kids were growing up, they were starting to grow up and everything. This all happened in a matter of seconds. And he went over and touched the light and turned the light on. When he turned the light on, he woke up. He had to go see a psychiatrist due to the fact that he missed his wife and his kids and stuff that he never truly had. They proved that that's your mind taking you away from the situation that you're in and helping you deal with the situation that you're in, because he was getting beat up real bad and his brain did a fight or flight thing, and he just was in a different place, and he lived a whole lifetime that way real quick, and he had a complete almost a complete mental breakdown from it. It's a true story. It's very very well documented. Okay, you see red eyes behind me. Side A, side B. Let me know. The Mothman. What man is yapping? Me? A? You're talking to your sister, aren't you? Side A. I don't see no eyes behind me. I'm looking right at it and I don't see it. I don't see no eyes behind me either. So everybody says side A. A. Emma, you were texting your brother saying, say side A, say side A. Frank says side C. See, so Frank would tell me the truth. Ah, C. Myers heard that story. It's similar. Yep, of people in comas. Yeah, they're there. I'll take my chances. What animals have I kept? And I said never again. I'd have to really think about that because I am not 100% sure. A cat, maybe. I mean, I don't want the cat people going crazy on me. Cats are a lot of work. I'm just saying. I've kept pretty much everything else. I've had birds. Birds are cool. I did answer his quick, right? Is that only because cats are a lot of work? I'm not a, I had cats and I loved cats and stuff like that, but I don't know. His daughter. That's. I'm not laughing at that, Emma. Cats are the best. Snake your crowd would say. I won't mind if you bird. I don't mind birds. I like birds. I think birds are freaking awesome. Andrew, if you got birds, I would take care of them for you. You can even keep them right here in my room with me. Yeah. Oh, geez, Frank, that's funny. See, there you go. I knew your mess. Sneak your crowd's my other son. Birds are cooler than cats. Is that what you're saying? Orange duck is cool. I love birds. I always did. You cooked cracky. That's funny. Emma, you have the power to do that. I do not. Peking duck's kind of red though, or is it orange? I can't say Connor's ever had duck. Have you ever had duck, Connor? Because I think the queen at your time, the queen owned all the ducks, right? Swans. She owns all the swans. I'm sorry. Golden Wren, Brown Wren Cook. Some great ale English. Oh, humor. Oh. So about me, I told you earlier in this conversation, sneakier crowd, that yeah, you know what I said earlier. He said earlier, come on, he goes, you smell. I said, I only smell so that way my son isn't embarrassed about his smell. Mr. Bean had that. Now, here's a question for you. Have you ever saw the theory about Mr. Bean being an alien? And if you watch the beginning of the episode, he's dropped off by a giant light and all that in the beginning of the episodes. So that's what it is.
Emma's worried about you.
Why?
She says you're talking weird.
No, I'm not. What are you calling her to? How am I talking weird? Yeah. Was I talking weird, anybody? I'll go back and watch it. No, it's not. It's just we're all weird, exactly. speak of yourself. Mm-hmm. Yeah. See, Connor, as soon as you said that's oh no, he didn't. I thought Sneaky Crowd disappeared for a minute. What's the JFK? Was JFK a CIA cover up? It's hard to say. Some videos show the Secret Service driving the car, turning around and shooting them. Other ones think it's the other way. I just don't think Oswald could have got all them shots off that he did. And was fired up. So I don't know. I think it's definitely a cover up of some sort. Isn't she the psychic lady? It depends. Yeah, but it was 2 planes, 1 plane per building. So Connor's one get it depends. It really does depend, but I don't know. Yeah, but that's the 3rd plane. And it really didn't destroy the building, it only destroyed part of it where the World Trade Centers were brought down. Oh, I thought she was holding in um yeah, she had the bandana on over her head, am I right? And I think she had a umbrella, so they said an umbrella. With sunglasses, exactly. And I believe yeah, maybe. Daylight savings is you know what? How can you get more daylight out of a day when all you're doing is turning the clock back? It doesn't work. I know you know your rights. Why wouldn't you know your rights? What are you talking about? What about Pennsylvania? Oh, in Pennsylvania, yeah, in Shanksville. I knew that. Mhm. Yeah, I don't think they ever did find out who she was. B and C. What do you mean B and C? Snake your crowd, you said B. Connor, you said C. What do you mean by that? Do you still do it over there? I didn't know you did it over there. I think they should do away with it. They were going to, but it got caught up in a little bit of a hiccup, and it had to go back in. DE, okay, 67. 67 is the number of the pages on the book page that Mr. Ballin picked, and it was guessed correctly. I know that for a fact. We do nighttime savings, huh? 6769. Explain what? 96? I don't know. You're 67? 6 and 7, yeah. Mr. Ballin. He had the guy come in and guy got 1,000 books. He goes, pick a book, pick a number, and everything like that. And Mr. Ballin put it in his head, 67. He got it, boom, got it, whole thing right. Since 72. What is 67 on the periodic table? Now you got me thinking here. Is that gold? No. Oh, it's a metal. Interesting. Symbol OH. Hmm. The atomic mass is approximately 164.93 U's. Interesting. Very interesting. Very, very interesting. That's possible. But I think 789. It didn't hate it, it ate it. Let me see, where was I at? No, 97. You want to see what 97 is? Oh, why? Because 6 is afraid of 7, because 8 at 8, 9. Talk to you later, Youper. Thanks for stopping by. Yeah, it's just doing a cartwheel, right, Moon? No, I did not hear the hi behind you. Did you hear it? Hello. Hi. No, I didn't hear that. Yeah, who is on third? What's on second? I don't know who's on who's at home. No, it ate 9. It didn't eat 9. It ate 9. They are the real questions. I heard it. Yeah, it was probably me saying hi. And took its revenge. Oh, jeez. Why 9? Because it went down easy. Abbott and Costello, yep. Got a little thing on the. Oh, geez, Emma. It does have a little thing on the bottom, little loop-de-loop, right? I'm not. Yeah, but they didn't. They tried, but they didn't. If you really look at it, they didn't. They couldn't do anything. They tried their damnedest and couldn't get nowhere with it. So, yes, we are free. But technically, no, we're not. Nothing is free. Everything comes at a cost, and everything has to be dealt with. So, If you were truly free, you wouldn't have to wear a seatbelt now, would you? Typical CIA response. Getting suspicious. Are you sure about that, Frank? Or does the CIA just want you to think it's 99? How did math just appear? Well, see, this guy was walking and he picked up an apple. And he says, "Look, I have an apple." And then he tripped and picked up another apple and it fell on the ground and it rolled. Well, when he tripped, it rolled and landed next to an apple. He goes, "I got one apple and one apple. That means I have two apples." That's how math started. Yeah, the CIA did invent math. Yes, they did. Can't discuss that right now, though. That's a weird one, Frank. That makes you think, doesn't it? Do you know why it was invented there first, Myers? I know why. Correct, they are, Myers. The person who had the most of it, Connor. The reason Arabs came up, yeah, that's only because silver's cheaper right now, and you could silver stack and make just as much money over time as long as the value doesn't drop at that. But the reason, the absolute reason, the Arabics and the Arab countries came up with mathematics first is because they started drinking coffee. And caffeine stimulated their brain enough to come up with mathematics. They were the only place in the world that had coffee at the time that was made coffee and brewed it and drank it. And if you look back in time, when all the major um, growth periods, it's when coffee was getting around very well, caffeine and stuff like that. Yep. And what made us come from the trees to start gathering together as groups of people called magic mushrooms. To people who have it all. Just like the Rockefellers decided we got to make oil look like it's a fossil fuel so it can run out someday and we can raise the price. Who has the most of it comes up with the prices. But anyway, it's called the magic mushroom theory. And when we were swinging from trees back in the day, I don't know if everybody believes in that, we evolved, but we started eating mushrooms, which made us think better. Went out that way. I am bald because my brain is working so hard and it's growing so big it just pushes the hair out and falls out. Simple. Hmm. Okay. Why am I bald? CIA response again. What are you talking about, Connor? That's true. And gold and silver were the hardest ones to come by, even though they had the most abundance of it. I guess maybe because bronze, they made all kinds of bronze weapons and stuff. So bronze was a tougher type of metal than silver and gold. So that's why they used it for weapons and things. And they figured this stuff just be more valuable. You don't have to lie. It's okay. That's funny. Huh. Only you and Andrew slap it when you walk by, Emma. And of course, my grandchildren do too. I take it as a badge of honor. That's true, but only if they were magical beans. Talk with fellow geeks. Yeah. Yes, Connor. To be bald. Am I correct? You know what I'm talking about. I like my bald head. Yeah, it's I like it when we get all crazy like that. It's bald. Yes, I know, but when he's my age, this is what you got to look forward to, Emma. Ah, oh shit, that's funny, Connor. Yeah. Do I think Jack and the Beanstalk is a really thing? No, I just think it's a story to teach you that uh, magical beans do not exist. Jack the Ripper was an action. They figured it out. Did you see that? I'd have to look it up exactly what his name was. I'll look it up. Jack the Ripper. They discovered who he was just recently by um, a scarf or something like that. Yeah, I have to Google it because I don't know it right off the top of my head. I Wait a minute. Aaron Kosminski. He was a Polish hairdresser who was suspected of being a Jack the Ripper, but I don't know. I don't know if that's the one that they just recently. Okay, here we go. Hmm. I don't know if it says it in here. My fault. It was Russell Edwards, identified as 100% DNA match to the that really identified him as the serial killer Jack the Ripper, the infamous killer who terrorized London women. May have been 23-year-olds. Aaron Kaminsky also. Okay. Had long been considered a suspect. Aaron Kaminsky was first determined to be the true identity, but they did DNA testing and found out that this Russell Edwards identified 100% match the DNA that they have. That's true. Let me see, where am I at? Cool. They did, yes. DNA found him. That is also Dr. Google. That is true. I can cure you from anything if I'm thinking correctly, and I can go on, well, not thinking correctly, if I go on and know all the symptoms. I'm all there, and I am kind of bald. I do, and I do know. Too dumb to realize it? No, I don't think so. Yeah, it kind of looks like everybody's getting ready to. Connor, Emma, thank you for popping in here, Mr. Bald is beautiful. That's what they say. That could be. Maybe we're all the people here are just personalities of his. Did you ever think of that? Maybe he's just got a multiple personality. Baldyful. That's funny, Frank. Oh man, that is funny. I'm the worst personality. It's possible. I love you too, Emma. I know you're only joking when you talk to me like that. Although I'm going 2 hours now, and this was a great live tonight. I think I'm gonna hop off now myself while we're still ahead, and I will talk to all you guys next time. I don't know if I'll be on tomorrow or not because of it's Halloween here. It's iffy. I might be on. People do stop coming around at a certain time, but I might be on, so be looking for it. Yeah, I'll see you next time too, Myers. Peace, Frank. That's a threat. Yeah, it could be. Could be. Could very well be. So. Good night, everybody. And anybody just popping in now, we've been on for 2 hours already, so I am going to make it the full 2 hours. I only got 20 seconds or 30 seconds left, so we're going to hang in here for another 30 seconds. At least I am. Anyway. And then I'm going to get off for the full 2 hours. $15 seconds. The numbers are going down because people are popping off because I'm getting off myself. All right, guys. Peace out. I'll talk to all of you later. And we'll keep in mind about the shows we're going to watch and go with. Peace.